You ever see something with your own eyes that your brain just refuses to process? Like you're watching it, you know it's real, but every instinct in your body says, no way, that just happened, man. I've been digging through the footage of Charlie Kirk's assassination. You know, the one that's been pretty much scrubbed, clipped, and memory hold. They push so much other stuff right now to make you forget about it. Social media isn't forgetting, but mainstream media and so on is. Hadn't heard anything from Cash Patel, man. Seriously, like the only people keeping this story alive is social media. Pretty much the mainstream's done moved on. They're talking about the Gaza peace deal and so on. It's just crazy. Like this thing is so huge, so many gaps in the story. However, they're and like, you know, just move on to another day. It's sad, man. Dude lost his life, and everybody's just pretty much moved on from it. Luckily, you guys were trying to keep it alive. Now the first clip I'm going to play here, and I got this from Hustle BITCH on Instagram. I got this footage, so shout out to that guy. But the first clip here, Phil Lyman, former Utah State Representative, is asked, right, after the shooting, moments after, he asked if he saw what happened. And he laughs, and not a nervous laugh, not a shock, not a full-on grinning. And it's funny because a lot of people close to Charlie's, man, and all smiles these days. It's weird. I mean, I just have to say that. Like, you know, I mean, and when I even say that, people say, how do you know how people grieve or this and how they accept? Dude, I've had people I cared about die. I know how I felt. It wasn't all smiles and goofing around. This guy's reaction, his smirk, is like he's in on the punchline, man. You tell me, does this look like genuine trauma, nervous laugh, or someone playing a part? Check it out.
I see what happened.
How are you?
Did you see what happened, Phil?
No.
You were there too.
Yeah, it's interesting because I was there. I was a witness to everything that happened. I was talking to Charlie just before he took the stage, and I was in very.
So then he was on Alex Jones. I mean, he's even smiling now like he about can't contain himself.
Very close proximity.
I see what happened.
How are you?
Did you see what happened, Phil?
No.
No.
Charlie was a friend of mine.
No.
We know one thing, Charlie Kirk died. I was pretty...
I talked to right.
Yeah, it's ironic, Alex. This happens to be the 12th year anniversary of my indictment.
Now, I don't know, man. Maybe this is this guy's personality. He's about to smile talking about 12th anniversary, and he's talking about this on Alex Jones' show while they're talking about Charlie Kirk. Maybe it's just his personality. I don't know. All I know is it's freaking weird. Bottom line. The thing is that he's a public figure, so it's not like someone that doesn't get interviewed quite a bit. He's on Alex Jones as well. I mean, so the thing is that the laugh, like no, and then the laugh, and if it was something like a no comment thing, you would just say no comment, or don't even say anything. You know, I just wouldn't even say anything, wouldn't even speak to him. I'd walk away. But I think it's odd. Begs the question. Now, the reason why I'm even bringing this up is because the next piece, okay, is Phil Lyman's here in this. Let me go ahead and pop it up.
1, 2, 3.
I saw.
This is Phil Lyman. They're going 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is someone recording, interviewing a guy, like a pre-scripted interview, essentially. A pre-scripted interview. You know, counting it off. And then this guy, and you're going to see this guy again, and I've showed him before in another clip, this guy, that he is like someone that is going around giving interviews, okay? And it's weird. So this is a scripted performance, essentially, because what else would it be? If you're sitting there getting asked these questions, why would you act this way? It's odd.
1, 2, 3.
I saw Charlie Kirk get shot.
1, 2, 3.
I saw Charlie Kirk get shot. He collapsed in his seat. He fell over to the side. He was carried off. He had blood on his arms. He had blood on his shirt. He was dragged off and carried out of the venue. There was a gunshot that rang out.
You okay?
No, I'm not okay. I saw someone get shot today. Yeah. I saw.
So if we back it up, you see her looking at Phil Lyman. Now, that's odd, okay? Like, take it from the top. And Phil Lyman standing there like he's helping with this. I don't get it.
I saw Charlie Kirk get shot. He collapsed in his seat. He fell over to the side. He was carried off. He had blood on his arms. He had blood on his shirt. He was dragged off and carried out of the venue. There was a gunshot that rang out.
You okay?
No, I'm not okay. I saw someone get shot today.
Yeah, dumb question.
So let's check it again.
Blood on his shirt. He was dragged off and carried out of the venue. There was a gunshot that rang out.
You okay?
And we'll go back from the top.
1, 2, 3.
I saw Charlie.
And with so much passion, right? I saw Charlie Kirk. Like, this was a scripted performance, man. I have no other way to say it. You know, I've never seen this guy. Maybe he's an influencer. I don't know. But the lady's looking at Phil Lyman, and he's holding and nodding like a script or something. I don't know. Anyhow, this guy turns out to be a guy I played a clip for before. Now, if you notice, he's wearing an American Comeback shirt, tour shirt. He has a 47 hat on. And if we go in the future of the video, or fast forward future, what am I talking about? Here we go.
Did you guys see what happened?
Yes, I saw him. What's it called? Are you recording this?
Yes, you're live right now. Well,
So this guy is saying, are you recording this? Okay, let me step back and get into character. You see what I mean?
we're recording. I don't know if we're live because of the cell service. Hang on.
Standing in probably the.
Let me just back that up.
Happened?
Yes, I saw him. What's it called? Are you recording this?
Yes, you're live right now. Well, we're recording. I don't know if we're live because of the cell.
It's almost like, nah, dude, I wouldn't even do the video if you weren't recording this. So let's go ahead and kick it.
Cell service. Hang on.
Standing in probably the third. Okay. I was standing from probably the third row in the bottom. I saw hit. I heard the shot ring out. I looked to my left, and then I looked over to my right. I saw him slump over in his chair forward. He slumped over. He had blood coming from the left side of his neck down his shirt, and he slumped over and he was carried off. Get off me! Get off me!
Emotions are running high right now.
Okay, so now that I've seen that footage, because the first time I saw this, it was very blurry. It looks like this is a staged confrontation. Does it not? It looks like it's staged. Like these guys are coming in to shut him down, like on cue. Okay. Could be that they were just trying to shut people up from talking about it, but I don't believe that. Why would you do that? He's just telling what he saw. But the thing is, what's so odd is this guy's filming beforehand with Phil Lyman here, filming in almost like a coordinated 3, 2, 1, go. I mean, that's what I do when I'm filming content. 3, 2, 1, go. So, and then are you recording this? Okay. And then he grabs the mic. Like, this dude knows what he's doing. This is not new to him. Is everybody there a freaking actor? We don't forget about George Zinn that was there, who was also at 9/11, Boston bombing. He also he was a pallbearer, I believe, at Ronald Reagan's funeral, or he was there at least, but I'm pretty sure he was a pallbearer. George Zinn, that dude, 100% probably an intelligence asset. Probably. Can't say 100%, but most likely. He doesn't live in Utah. What the frick was he doing at Charlie Kirk's comeback tour? You know what I mean? I could see if you live down the street, say, oh man, Charlie Kirk, that dude don't even look like he's in the demographic. Charlie Kirk's demographic is young college kids, but for some reason, there's a bunch of people that weren't students of the university there that day in the crowd. Okay. Now we then roll to this footage, and you might have seen this. I just seen it though. This guy running with what looks to be a pistol from the crowd. You see that? Now, I'm not saying this guy's involved or not, but man, I know a handgun when I see one, right? Look, there, he's going to bounce out from the crowd here. Boom, and run around. He's got a bag too. So definitely something's odd. Let's pop it back up. Looks like a pistol. Look, I don't know if this guy's involved or he's just frosty, strapped, and dangerous. Either way, has Kash Patel talked to this guy? Or was he too busy designing his challenge coin? I don't know if you heard this. Kash Patel in the high, the main, like the 33, during that 33-hour period, right? They had to wait the 33 hours because, you know, the 33. But he was designing his challenge coin. What turns out to be this was his challenge coin. Tell me this is not the most cringe challenge coin you've ever seen. This is the most, he's got a Tommy gun on there. Punisher type symbol with dual pistols. And then I don't know why he does the cash with the money sign, like he's a rapper or something. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't know. Now, this is where it gets crazier. We have a foreign registered aircraft that lands and departs from the same area in Utah, right? It was out so fast that it barely touched the damn ground. The same aircraft shows up in U.S. airspace only one other time this year. Okay? This bad boy right here, Egypt government in Provo. Now, I don't know. Could be just coincidence, but I don't believe in coincidences anymore. Here's the flight log of this bad boy here, right? Now, maybe it's nothing, but if you were running an op that needed deniability, you'd use something exactly like that. Limited appearances, clean logs, minimal questions. I ain't seen anybody in legacy media mention this. They're too busy running the puff pieces about lone actors and random violence. Okay. That's it. And shutting down Jimmy Kimmel for 2 days. But you cross-reference it, look at the timelines, man. Seems like coordination. I'm not saying it's proof. I'm not saying it, but it damn sure seems like coordination. But, you know, if you look at it from a tradecraft angle, in information warfare, man, the cover story launches before the trigger's even pulled, guys. You flood the system and the city with coincidences, man. You plant a few bad theories early so the real ones drown the noise. That's why you heard the camera gun, the hand signal. These things took over the internet. Knowing damn well snipers don't use guys with hand signals. They're using a freaking radio earpiece. Got a spotter, you know? So they're not looking, okay, let me look. Okay, now get on the target. That's not how it works, right? You run optics drills so the footage looks clean for the broadcast. That's why, or it looks blurry for the broadcast, like the Bigfoot picture we got. Never was this dude, Tyler Robinson, seen with the firearm at all, ever. Never seen with a firearm. Right? And it's like when someone like you starts connecting the dots, they label it conspiracy. But I've seen enough of these type of operations, man. They do this junk, foreign and domestic, to know that this level of synchronization doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't. When you got freaking people rehearsing reactions footage that looks like it's directed, when the timeline syncs perfectly with forward movement, you're not looking at chaos. You're looking at a choreography. Could all be nothing. Could just be this guy woke up one day, told his boyfriend, I'm going to go do something. I'll be back in a few hours. Then went to Dairy Queen, texted his boyfriend and told him everything that he did, how he did it, when he planned it. Then went home, told his parents. Yeah. I use Grandpappy's rifle that didn't have a serial number on it. And this was not the rifle, by the way. It's confirmed this is a Getty's image. So this was not even the rifle that was used. This is a 5-year-old photo they got off Getty Images just for reference for media. That thing blew up all over. That's why everybody's like, that's got a composite stock on it. But this is how they run, man. They run this and the smooth brains take it. They're like, he did it. They said lethal injection, this guy. He's done. He's already done for. He probably just got a text said, hey, man, we're going to Venmo you $2,000. We just need you to go on the rooftop of UVU today just for 30 minutes during this window. And that dude heard that shot and went running. And then he went scattering. He said, what in the world? And then it turns out he was Lee Harvey Oswalded, right? But I'm just here to ask why the people responsible for informing the public treat this like a pop culture footnote instead of a national security question. Because to me, it sounds like it should be. Someone can get into the U.S., do this deed, because you have to ask yourself, man, if there's a homicide, detectives immediately start looking for known associates and maybe a reason why someone want to off someone, okay? That didn't happen. They just took hey, man, this lone gunman, that's it. But the thing is, we don't need more slogans. We need eyes that see, because if you can stage the death of a high-profile voice in broad daylight and still sell the nothing to see here narrative, then the system isn't broken, man. It's performing exactly how it's designed. The mission is, as always, is awareness, not fear, but awareness. People always say, man, you're fear this, fear that. It's not about that. It's about awareness, man. It's called being frosty, straddling dangers, right? And that's the lesson I think we can get from this, is that train your perception the same way you train your body, to recognize patterns, to spot deception, and stay one move ahead. Don't just react, but prepare, And by the way, speaking of that, being prepared, I built something called the quick reaction rig, okay? And this is something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. I had a prototype made a few years ago, but we have it on board now. And just like for like this situation, civil unrest, whatever, you want to be frosty, straddling dangerous. But this is the QRR. I love acronyms, quick reaction rig, 2 pistol mags, AR mag, and it has Molly, but it has a sleeve here designed to slide onto our concealment belt. Most of you guys are running our concealment belt anyway. And so the concealment belt is the belt I wear every single day. But if you don't know what the concealment belt is, it's a hard, rigid belt. So it's got scuba webbing in it. I mean, it's pliable, but it's rigid to hold a concealed carry pistol, extra mags, defensive blade, med kit. So we already have the med kit, the MDP, that just slides onto the belt. So essentially you're walking around day to day, you got your strap on you, right? Something breaks out, you can quickly slide the QRR rig on. And so now you have your mags, right? You can slide on the med kit as well and be ready to go. So the way a lot of people are running things, and we got the chest rig too, the small chest rig you can put in your ghost rig pack and things like that. But you want to have like essentially a quick battle belt. So that way when you're out and about, you're going somewhere with your family, something happens, you can rapid deploy, low profile. You can even wear this rigged up. You're wearing a suit, man. You can wear it with a regular belt if you want to. Put this thing in the back. You're running some type of high profile bodyguarding or something. Have this thing underneath your suit or your jacket or whatever. You're out with the family, have it with your jacket. And you can tuck it in that way. I've got pictures on the website showing that. But, you know, you can have everything staged so when life gets loud, and obviously the belt's sold separately and everything's sold separately, you just get the rig here. But when you can keep things staged so when life gets loud, you're already equipped, right? But that's it, the quick reaction rig. And you've probably seen, I had on a photo many years ago for one of the belts we sold, and I had on there. A lot of people are asking because I had the prototype made. It's got hard inserts, so just open in, slide it in. But that's it. You know, it's not about paranoia, like I said, it's about preparedness. And because once you've seen how easily the narrative can be weaponized, you understand the only real defense is readiness, right? So with that, guys, I know your thoughts about all this. Stay frosty, stay strapped, and always stay dangerous. Black Scout.